Good morning. Welcome to Gentle Chair Yoga. Theme this week is strong legs and building strength in the lower body. So what you will need today, we don't usually use equipment, but I'm sure you have at home. I have a yoga strap here. Any belt will do. You could use a towel. You could use an old tie or even a scarf. Just something that is long enough that you will be able to place it behind the sole of your foot and stretch your leg out its full length. So no bend behind the knee. You want your leg as long and strong as it can be. This is a little preview, of course, of what we will be doing once we get a little deeper into the class. I hope everyone is well today. I have a couple people with me. That's awesome. If you don't have a strap, just quickly go and get one. And I also ask for patience today. I don't know why, but the weather seems to affect my internet quite a bit, and it is rainy today and windy. So that could be a challenge, but fingers crossed, all will go well. So just place your strap off to the side when you're ready. Make sure you have your chair, sturdy chair, so you feel safe, you feel secure. And let's get started. Sit back in your chair. Make sure your feet are resting on the floor, that they're not swinging. Sit tall so you're leaning into the support of the back of the chair. Hands on your thighs, palms up, palms down. It doesn't matter which. Make sure you're comfortable. When you're ready, go ahead and close your eyes. Take a breath. If you haven't already, of course. Feel your breath naturally begin to deepen. Feel your focus becoming attuned to the sensations in your body and the calming effects of your breath. Now really bring your attention to your feet. Let the soles of your feet feel heavy on the floor. Relax your toes, your ankles, relax your thighs. Really get a sense here that the muscles are disengaging from the bones. Really relax into the legs. Now with your next breath out, let the back of your thighs sink into the support of the chair. And as the back of the thighs release down, you feel a softness on the front of the thighs, the quadriceps. Now feel the heaviness of your hands resting on your thighs. The weight of the arms tugging your shoulders. And as you exhale, your shoulders release just a little bit more. The heaviness of the shoulders overflowing into the neck and jaw. So now there's no tension around the eyes, the jaw, the throat. Slide your hands off your thighs. Let your arms dangle at your sides. As you inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Bring your hands together overhead. And as you exhale, just let your hands float down, palm pressing to palm. Release your hands. Another breath in, arms sweep out and up. Hands coming together. Exhaling, releasing down. Now do that again, but this time pull your shoulders away from the support of the back of the chair. So as you inhale, arms sweep out and up. Pull the back of your shoulders, back of your rib cage away from the chair. Hands come together. Exhale, hands floating down. Sink back into the chair. Pause here for a breath. Hands right in front of heart center. One more breath. Release the hands. Pull yourself away from the back of the chair. Sweep out and up with the breath in. Hands coming together overhead. Exhale, hands floating down. Keep the back of the rib cage pulled away from the chair. Hands in front of heart center. Sitting as tall as you can, using your own strength, your own stability through the upper body. Breathe. And release your hands. Scoot forward in your chair. So you're sitting towards the top of your chair. Soles of the feet completely connected to the floor. So you feel really steady and stable through the legs. Using minimal strength and energy in the legs right now, we're going to focus on just loosening up through the joints like we usually do. So let's start wiggling the fingers, opening and closing the palms. Bring as much movement to the hands as you can. And now rotating through the wrists. Remember not to go too fast. You really want to expand your range. Now just swinging your arms. Really give them a good swing. A little bend at the elbow. Now turn as your arms swing. Just naturally follow where your eyes want to go. Turn in that direction. Now make the movement a little bit bigger, a little more deliberate. So one arm goes up, turn away from the arm reaching up, and exaggerate your reach down. Feel the stretch into the side of your body. Now switch, coming back to center, reaching up, looking down, away from the arm that's reaching upwards. Let's do that one more time to each side. Make sure you're breathing, don't hold your breath. And switching one more time. And coming back to center. All right, let's work through shoulders here. And go the other way. Now sitting tall. Relax the shoulders, rest your hands on your thighs so there's some support there. Take a breath. And as you exhale, just relax the shoulders. Do that again. Exaggerate the movement through the shoulders now. Roll your shoulders forward, up, and then pull all the way back and slide them down. One more time. Squeezing them together as you come forward, up, rolling back, and sliding down. Now go the other way. So pull back first. Feel the movement into your vertebrae as you really try to pull the shoulders as far back as possible. Lift up, curl forward, and down. One more time. Pull back, lift up, curl forward, and down. And just give that a little bit of a shake. Transitioning now. Feet. Just wiggle your toes. Give them a good wiggle. Now working with one foot at a time. Just point and flex. Keep the knee bent at first. Now strengthen the leg, long leg here. Use your hands to support the back of your thigh if you need to. And do the same thing. Flex and point. And then rotate through the ankle. And the other way. All right, other leg. So keeping the knee bent at first, pointing the toes and flexing. Not moving too quickly, but again, pausing just for a moment to feel the stretch, to feel the movement, feel the push in the range of motion. Now straightening out your leg as much as you can. Use your hands to support the back of your thigh, flexing and pointing. So not just warming up the foot here, warming up the ankle and the calf and shin. And then rotating. And go the other way. All right, working into the spine now. I'm going to turn sideways so that you can see. Still sitting at the front of your chair. Feet solid. Use your hands to either hold the fronts of your knees or hold the backs of your thighs, whatever you can grab hold of here. Now inhale, sit tall. Lift your eyes, look up towards the corner. And as you exhale, tuck your chin towards your chest. Keep your hands anchored. Spread your shoulder blades wide as you lean back towards the chair. Breath in, lifting tall. Breath out, leaning back. Two more breaths. Work with your own breath at your own pace. Sitting tall once again. Bring your left hand to the seat of the chair. Right arm at your side, sitting tall. Inhale, sweep up. And as you exhale, just turn gently to your left. Rest your right hand on your outer left thigh and look straight to the left, putting a little bit of rotation through the rib cage and shoulders. Nothing more than that. A little bit of a warm-up still. Breathe, of course. With your next exhalation, release the twist, bring yourself all the way back to center. Holding the back of your thighs once again, or the fronts of your knees, getting ready for another round, warming up through the spine. As you inhale, sit tall. Lift your eyes. As you exhale, lean back. Anchoring your hands in place, spreading the shoulder blades wide. Breath in, lifting tall. Breath out, leaning back. Might feel a little more freedom of movement here with the second repetition. Inhaling tall, exhaling, rounding through the back and shoulders. One more time. Sitting tall. Shifting your right hand to the seat of the chair. Left arm at your side. Long through the upper body, long through the left arm. As you take a breath in, sweep the left arm up. As you exhale, left hand comes to the outside of your right thigh and just do a gentle twist, turning to the right. A little rotation through the rib cage and shoulders, nothing more. And reconnect to your breath. Wait for your exhale to release the twist and come back to center. Walk your feet wide. So same thing, feet are still firmly planted on the chair. I've got my feet as wide as the mat here. I'm going to do a little bit of a forward fold. Actually, that's a lie. It's a big forward fold, which is why I place my feet wide. Hands to the tops of your knees for support. Take a breath in, lift tall once again, and exhale, fold forward. Think about bringing your rib cage and belly between your thighs. Relax your neck, let your head dangle. Let your head feel really heavy. Unclench your jaw, Relax through the jaw, relax through the throat and the back of the neck. Let the weight of your head do a little bit of traction for you on your vertebrae in your neck. Elbows pointing up towards the ceiling. Heavy weight on your hands. Now gently turn your head slowly as if to say no. Just slowly think of it as an exploration as to how your neck might be feeling today, if it's feeling a little stiff or tight. Then bring your head back to center. Same thing, move your head as if to say yes. So as if you're nodding. So your eyes go towards the top edge of your mat and then look behind you. Think about your ears coming into line with your shoulders and then dropping and looking back under the chair-ish. So you're not looking in front of you, you're just looking at the top of your mat. Ears in line with the shoulders, so there's no hyperextension in the back of the neck. Rest your eyes at the edge of your mat. Again, get a feeling that your ears are in line with your shoulders. Take a breath. And as you exhale, turn to the left. Just turn your eyes to look towards the left. Use your left hand on your knee to just pull your left shoulder back a little bit. Drop the right shoulder down. Turning enough to look to the left so you feel a bit of a stretch in the front of your right shoulder. Exhaling, coming back to center. Eyes look towards the edge of the mat once again. Now turning to the right this time, use your right hand on your knee to pull your right shoulder back a little bit so the left shoulder drops down, just enough to feel a stretch in the front of the left shoulder. Right, just gently nudging our body to open up a little bit more. Untwist with your breath out. With the breath in, press up. Push up. All the way up. Really tall. Feet together. Knees hugging together as much as possible. Just inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Bring your gaze up with you as your hands come together. Exhale. Hands to your heart. Now inhale, go the opposite way. Separate the hands and sweep down. Do that one more time. Sweep out. Sweeping wide enough, you start to feel the movement into your vertebrae. Exhale, hands coming down. Inhaling, hands floating up. Separating the hands and sweeping down. All right. Feet hip distance apart, firmly flat on the floor. So working on, as promised, leg strength. So shift forward in your chair, hands on your knees, shift forward with your weight. Feel the soles of the feet pushing into the floor. Okay, just actively push down and press back and soften. Lean forward. Push down with the soles of the feet. Feel the legs press back and up. We're going to do that one more time. We're just trying to get the kinesiology of the muscles responding to the brain's message. So shifting forward, pushing into the floor, and lifting up. And softening. All right. Bring your feet a little closer. Come halfway back on your chair. Hands on your knees, sitting tall. Shift forward. Push. You start to feel a lift now because you were farther back on your chair. Come tall and soften. 2 more times. Shifting forward. Push with the feet. You can feel your hips beginning to lift away from the chair just slightly. Not completely separating, but just feeling lighter. And pulling back and softening. So disengaging the feet. One more time. Shift forward. Push with the feet. You can feel your legs begin to lift. Keep the legs engaged as you lean back and soften. All right, a little farther back in the chair now. Getting a sense here that you will be able to completely lift up off the chair. Hands to your knees. Feet still need to be fully connected to the sole, to the floor. The soles of your feet need to be fully connected to the floor, not up on your toes. You need to be really grounded here so you can really push with your legs and feet. All right, here we go. We're going to lift off. Let's hope. Take a breath. As you exhale, lean forward. Push with the feet. Lift all the way up. So if you weren't able to lift up, you need to adjust where you're sitting on the seat of the chair. Working in reverse now. Coming down, hands on your knees, use your legs. Feet press into the floor as you lean back and release. So let's try again. I'm going to do this 3 more times. Find the spot where you're able to lift off the chair. If it didn't work the first time, adjust and try again. Hands to your knees, your feet are hip distance apart. Lean forward. Feel your weight coming forward. You can even feel it into the balls of the toes. Push into the floor. Press up. Stand tall. Working in reverse. Hands to the knees. Soles of the feet press into the floor. Use your legs to slowly settle into the chair and release. 2 more times. Shifting forward. Feel your weight shifting into your feet, balls of the toes. Push down with the feet. Lift up, using your legs to do the lifting. Stand tall. Working in reverse. Hands to your knees. As your knees bend, feet press into the floor. Your weight sinks into your heels as you connect to the chair. 1, press up, feet pressing down, standing tall. Working in reverse, hands to your knees, softly bending the knees. You feel your weight sinking into your heels. Activate the legs by pushing with the soles of the feet. Land on the chair. And just relax your legs. Give them a little bit of a shake. All right, let's make this movement a little bit bigger now. Hopefully you found your sweet spot where you're able to lift yourself off the chair. Hands to your knees. Shift forward. Push with the soles of the feet. Lift up. Stand tall. Now sweep the arms up. Bring the gaze up with you. Release the arms as you breathe out. Smooth motion. Hands to your knees. Sink into your feet. Push. Activate the legs. Land on the chair. Here we go. Lean forward. Soles of the feet press into the mat. Lift up. The moment you feel your shoulders over top of your hips, sweep the arms up and around. Hands coming together just to touch. And then sweep out and down with your breath out. And smooth movement. Hands to your knees. Use your feet, your legs. Land on the chair and soften. 2 more. Push your feet into the floor. Press up. Legs doing the lifting. Shoulders over top of hips. Arms sweep out with your breath in. Touch your fingertips. Reach out and down with your breath out. Hands to your knees. Using your legs. Keeping the muscles of the legs strong to float down to the seat of the chair. Last time, I promise. Shifting forward. Push with the soles of the feet. Lift with the legs. Sweep the arms up with your breath in. Touch your fingertips together. Release, and let's stay standing. All right. Bring your chair so the tall to the top of your mat, and the tall side of the chair, the back of the chair is towards you. So standing tall here. Feet are hip distance apart. Soles of the feet pressing into the mat. So you can feel your leg muscles hugging your bones. Keep that. A little review from last week. You can feel the equal weight on both feet and the equal weight on the front and back and side to side of your feet. Let's keep all of that, legs strong. Let go of your chair and sweep your arms out and up. And then sweep down, bend your knees. Now look towards the back of the chair, look down, make sure you can see your toes. So coming low here, bending the knees, but you can see all of your toes, and your knees are pointing in the same direction as your toes. Using the back of the chair for support. Now put some curve in your spine, so that instead of looking at your toes, you're looking forward, but at the same time, maintaining this bend in your knees. So you're in a chair pose, using the chair for support, building a little bit of strength. Now try and imprint in your memory what this feels like. The degree of bend in your knee, the work in the hip, the front of the legs, the back of the legs. Hold on to a focal point in front of you. Now as you exhale, push into the floor, lift up. Inhale, bend your knees once again. Try and feel that familiar pattern you just imprinted on your brain, how your body is feeling with your quadriceps, the front of the thigh, the back of the thigh, the hamstrings. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, soles of the feet push into the floor, press up. Breath in, sink down. So yes, we're doing some squats here. Breath in. As you exhale, push up. Using the legs. Let's do 2 more. If you want to let go of the chair, challenge your balance a little bit, you can use one hand off the chair or 2. Using the exhalation to go into, and then the next exhalation to rise up. Soles of the feet pressing into the floor, lifting with the legs. I'm going to put my hands on my hips this time. Breath in. Breath out. Next breath out. Lift up. Here we go. All right. Bring your feet a little bit wider. Shoulder width apart this time. Same thing. Look down. You can see your toes. You want your knees pointing in the same direction as your toes. Equal weight on the feet. So let's feel first what the chair pose feels like in the body. So using the chair for support, drop your eyes down. You want to keep your eye on your toes. Bend your knees, so you're actually pushing your hips behind your heels here. Should be able to go a little bit deeper in this chair pose. Notice if you feel your weight in your heels. And if you do, shift forward just slightly to feel the weight equally on the front and back of your feet. Now lift your eyes, look for your focal point. You've got this sway happening in the back. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw, try not to tense up. Let the legs do all the work here, all the tensing. When you're ready, use your exhalation, press up. Familiar with that sensation? Your legs, of course, are starting to feel tired. You've done a lot of lifting, a lot of squats with the legs. Exhale, sink down. Maybe even challenge yourself to go a little deeper than you did. And press up with your breath out. Let's do 2 more. That's the last 2, I promise. No more squats after this. Not today anyway. Try not to hold your breath. Try to breathe the whole time. Your muscles need your breath. Muscles in your legs are the biggest muscles in your body. So make sure you're breathing. There we go. All right. Walk your feet in, hip distance apart. Take a breath. And as you exhale, step your right foot back. Regular step back, push all the way onto your heel, bend your left knee. Just look over the back of the chair, looking at that familiar focal point you had in front of you. Stretching out the calf. A little bit of a stretch after that work. And coming forward, left foot steps back. Regular walking step, push all the way down onto your heel. Heel pushes down, right knee bends. Left foot is far enough back so you can feel a stretch into your calf. Breathe. And stepping forward. All right, reach for your strap, your belt, your tie, whatever it is you're using, and make a loop. Doesn't have to be snug, it doesn't have to hold in place. Now put the loop over your left ankle. And just place the strap in your left hand, or the tie, or the scarf, or the belt, whatever it is that you're using. So it's over your ankle, right hand is on the chair. So this is a little bit of work here. A little bit of balance, it could be tricky. So left foot goes back, just land on the ball of your left big toe. Take a look down. You want your left knee under your left hip. Just gonna stretch out the front of the left thigh after all that work. Now pay attention to the sole of the right foot. Try not to collapse into your arch, but keep the left foot strong. Equal weight on the baby toe side of the foot as the ball of the big toe on the inside of the foot. Now just use your arm to just lift your left foot away from the mat. Keep your knee in line with your hip and just pull your left ankle up towards your buttock. So left heel, left ankle is coming towards your left buttock. Now, if you can reach for your ankle, your left foot, go right ahead. If it's not too intense in the front of your left thigh. If you can't reach, that's fine. That's what we have the belt and the strap for. Now spread your toes on your left foot to keep your left ankle strong. Keep your left knee in alignment with your left hip. And release. Switch feet, switch ankles. So the strap now goes on your right ankle. Strap in your right hand, just behind you. Left hand is on the seat of the chair. Now, right foot goes back. Just lean on the very tip of your right big toe. Check in with the left foot. You want the left foot, left leg to feel steady and strong. So the same amount of weight on the baby toe side of your left foot as on the ball of the left big toe. Got your chair for support. Right knee is underneath your right hip. So you can tell because your legs, left leg and right leg, are side by side. The right leg is not coming forward or back of the left. And wiggle your hand as close as you can towards your right foot. When you're ready, spread your toes on your right foot to activate your right ankle. Keep it strong. Use your right hand to pull your heel towards your right buttock. Just so you feel the stretch in the front of the right thigh. breathe. And again, if you notice that you can reach for your right ankle, you go ahead and reach for your right foot. You'll get a deeper stretch that way, but it might feel too intense. So it's always good to have a backup plan, a modification that reduces intensity. And then release all the way down. Remove your strap if it's wrapped around your ankle. We will need it again in a little bit. All right, I'm going to turn towards the camera now. You can stay right where you are, but this is just so that you can see. All right, so I'm going to stand to the left of the chair. My right hand is on the back of the chair. Working on a little bit of leg strength right here, this outer thigh. So spread your toes on your left foot and just kind of pull the sole of your left foot off the floor. Lean into the chair if you need to for support. You can even have both hands on the back of the chair for support if you're feeling unsteady. We're going to add some movement, so if you're not sure, go ahead and reach for both hands for the back of the chair. Now just float left leg out to the side, just really squeezing the outer thigh and then coming back together. Lifting and squeezing in. Lifting out and squeezing in. Now one more time. Now place equal weight on both feet. Now switching, left hand on the chair, left foot long and strong, pushing down into the mat. Spread your right toes, keep the right toes spread, and then float left leg out to the right. Again, if you're directly behind your chair, you can use both hands to hold on to the back of your chair. Just really squeeze the outer thigh and press together. So not just squeezing to lift, but squeezing to pull in. Do an extra little squeeze together, engaging the abductors and the adductors, the lifting out and the squeezing in. Let's do one more. Equal weight on both feet. All right, just a little bit of movement into the hips here. It can be very tight into the hips, especially when you're using the outer thigh. So let's have a little bit of a forward fold. Turn away from you again. Sweep the arms up as you take your breath in. Breath out, hands come to the seat of the chair, fold forward. Now put a little bend in your left knee. Now focus on pulling the right hip back until you feel a stretch into the right hip, the right buttock. Breathe. Now come back to center. So both legs are the same. One knee is not bent more than the other. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, this time bend your right knee. Lengthen the left. And then give the left hip a little extra pull back until you feel the stretch into your outer hip and the back of the left leg. Come back to center. Now walking the feet back to the downward dog position. So walking slowly back, keeping your hands resting heavily on the back of the chair, pushing your hips back. Now feeling the stretch into the lower back, the hips, perhaps even the sides of the body and the shoulders. Take one more breath. use your hands for support as you slowly press up and simultaneously walk your feet towards the chair. Come all the way up. So you're standing tall once again. Here we go. All right, we need the strap again. Place the strap on the sole of your right foot. Oops, that's my left foot. Right foot. Here we go. So just on the center of your right foot, just like that. So you're going to spread your toes on your right foot. Find the spot where your hand is holding onto the strap and the strap is not slack. So there's a tautness to the strap. You can feel the strap pulling on the sole of your right foot. Hand on the chair. Now, soles of the feet press into the mat. As I mentioned, lift and spread the toes on your right foot. That'll help keep your ankle strong. Left foot pushes down into the floor. Right foot pushes into the strap. Right hand pulls the strap. Now lean slightly to the left so you can feel less weight on the right leg, right foot, but not less work because you're keeping your toes spread wide, the sole of your right foot flexed. Now just slowly float your right foot out to the right. Keep the sole of your right foot pushing into the strap, strap pulling into the sole of your right foot. Looking at your focal point. Now just come to one finger on your left hand. Push and reach with the soles of both feet. If you feel like you can let go of the chair, completely let go. Keep trying. With every breath is an opportunity to try again. The chair is there if you need to touch back and ground yourself once again. Now, left hand on the chair. Release right foot all the way back. Feet are side by side. Switching sides now. Strap goes onto the sole of your left foot. Right at the center of your foot. You can have both ends of the strap in your left hand if it's just a tie wrapped around the sole of your foot. You want your placement of your left hand so that the strap is taut. There's no slack in the strap and you can feel the strap pulling into the sole of your left foot. Right hand is on the back of the chair. The chair is always there if you need it. If you need it all the time, then you use it all the time. But know that your balance will not improve if you don't let go. Your body has to figure it out. So safety of your own home, safety of the chair, comfortable with your own risk level. Let's go for it. Other side. Soles of the feet press into the mat. The right foot pushing into the floor, into the mat. Left foot pushing into the strap. Strap pulling into the sole of your foot. You can feel an equal action of strength there. Shift your weight slightly into your right side, just so you can pull the sole of your left foot off the mat. Spread your toes on your left foot. Keep the left foot active so the left ankle stays strong. Find your focal point. That will help steady you, ground you. When you're ready, lift left leg out to the left. Just enough so the left foot is floating off the floor. Challenge yourself. Come to one fingertip on the chair. You can do it gradually, going to 3 fingers, 4 fingers, 3 fingers, 2 fingers, 1 finger. Keep both feet, both legs active. Reach with the soles of both feet. Reach into the mat with the right foot, into the strap with the left. And let go of the chair. Just for a half a second, a millisecond. Any part of a second is a success. is practice. Your body figuring it out. We'll take 2 more breaths. Keep trying. Don't say, oh, I won't even bother now. It's only 2 more breaths. Keep trying. Right hand on the chair and release. Equal with both legs, both feet. Let go of the strap. So we're done with the strap for now until we come back down to sitting. So don't throw it across the room in frustration. Keep it to the side of your mat. Now turn the seat of your chair towards you. So after that balancing, we really stretch the outer hips here. Well, I have a solution for that, of course. So bring your feet wide. I'm going to bring my feet as wide as the mat. That's what I've decided, because that's what I want. I want a good stretch into the hip. The wider the feet, the deeper the stretch will be. So let's inhale, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, bend your knees, bow forward. Bring your hands to the seat of the chair. Now keep your shoulders, your weight over your heels. Sorry, not your shoulders, your hips. Hips over your heels. Bring your right hand to the center of the seat of the chair. Left hand to your hip. Take a breath. And as you exhale, bend your right knee and just do a gentle twist to the left. Just turning to the left, rotating through the rib cage and shoulders just like you did before. Pause here. Feeling this gentle stretch in the outer left hip, left thigh. Now deepening the stretch. Take a breath, and as you exhale, push into the mat with the right leg, lengthen the right leg, and rotate through the rib cage and shoulders a little bit more by bringing your eyes upwards. Right shoulder pushes down into the chair, not just your right hand, but push with the shoulder. Remember to use your fingers of your right hand to reduce the pressure on the heel of your hand and the strain on the wrist. Left shoulder pulls back. Use your left hand, left thumb on your hip to really open up through the twist. Now we're stretching into this left hip. If you want to open up through the front of the body even more, reach the left hand up towards the ceiling. Breathe. Now, wherever you are, soften the right knee, and as you exhale, release the twist. Come all the way back to center. Equal weight on both legs. Pause here, take a breath, and as you exhale, fold forward. Just a couple of breaths here. Think of this as a restorative forward fold. You could even fold your forearms and rest your forehead on your forearms if you choose. This would be a modified child's pose. Come back up onto your hands. Left hand comes to the center of the seat of the chair, kind of right under your nose. Right hand to your hip. Take a breath. And as you exhale, left knee bends. You rotate through the rib cage and shoulders to turn to look to the right. And just pause here for a couple of breaths. Feeling this very gentle stretch. Maybe you don't feel anything here, but that's okay. Just take a couple of breaths. Now deepening the stretch here. Take a breath, and as you exhale, lengthen through the left leg. Rotate through the rib cage and shoulders more as you bring your eyes up towards the ceiling. Pausing for a couple of breaths. Reaching right arm up if you choose. So yes, by reaching the right arm up, you get more of a stretch into the right side. Breathe. Release your right arm down. And as you exhale, bend your left knee. Rotate all the way back to center. A little softness behind the knees. Take a breath. And as you exhale, fold. Place some support under your forehead. If you can bring your forehead to the chair, that's great. Use your fists to support your forehead or your forearms. Just relax the neck and let your head feel heavy. Come back up onto your hands. Bring your feet in. Feet are hip distance apart. So still in a supported half forward fold position here. Weight in your heels. Just a little bit of support for the hands. Step your left foot back. So straight back. Land on the ball of your left big toe. Now turn your left foot, drop your heel. Right hand, shift it to the center of the seat of the chair, just like before. So it's kind of in line with your right toes. Got a 90-degree angle happening with your feet. Left hand to your hip, same place it was before. Now turn, look to the left. So get a sense that the left shoulder is pulling back and the left shoulder is kind of over top of the right shoulder. Using the seat of the chair for support, take a breath. And as you exhale, push the right heel down into the floor, shifting the left hip away from the chair. Look to the left. Try not to look down at your right foot, your right toes. Feel your weight shifting into your left hip, stretching out the left side of the hip. If you want to, you can do the same technique we did before to open more by using your exhalation and just turning to bring the gaze up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, soften the right knee. Turn your gaze to bring your eyes back to the seat of the chair. Left hand reaches for the chair. And step the left foot forward. Take a breath in. Use the breath out to step the right foot back. Land on the ball of the right big toe. Step straight back. Now rotate on the right foot. Plant your heel. 90-degree angle happening with your feet. Place your left foot to the center of the seat of the chair so it's in line with your left toes. Right hand comes to your right hip. Turn to look to the right. So you can feel your right shoulder stacking over top of your left shoulder. Take a breath. And as you exhale, left foot pushes into the mat as you shift your right hip away from the chair. Left hand rests heavily on the chair, so there's really no weight on the shoulder, just a little bit support of your hand and arm. If you want to open more, wait for your breath out, and you can turn to look up towards the ceiling. Right? You don't have to look straight up. It might just be higher up on the wall or to the ceiling in front of you. Or to the corner where the wall meets the ceiling. Big breath in. And as you exhale, bring your eyes back to the seat of the chair as you bend your left knee. Right hand reaches for the seat of the chair. And step your right foot forward. Shift your weight out of your hands. Soles of the feet press into the floor. We've been here before. Let's revisit this little pose. Fingertips on the chair for support, although not bearing any weight. Lift your eyes, create some curve in the spine. Look at your focal point. I'm ready, here we go. Push up, push the feet into the floor. Sweep up. Hands come together overhead just until your fingertips touch. And as you exhale, arms float down. Let's come back to sitting. You need your strap, your tie, your belt, whatever it is that you have. Sitting at the front of your chair, place the strap behind your right foot. One end of the strap in each hand. So again, find the spot. So you've got the strap across the sole of your right foot, right in the center. Spread your toes on your right foot. That'll help keep your strap in place. So a right leg straight out in front, resting on your heel. Sitting tall. Now activate the left leg. Push down with the sole of your foot. Feel the support. Feel a little bit of lift as the left foot pushes down. All right, here we go. We're going to lift up. Pull. Lift up. Try to bring your left thigh, right leg in line with your left. Now push with the heel. Pull your toes towards you. Sit really tall. This is an intense stretch in the back of the leg. Keep the left leg active by pushing into the mat with the sole of your left foot. Soften through the shoulders. Try not to pull your shoulders up towards your ears. Stay tall through the upper body. Now push with your heel and just see if you can keep your leg in place, but loosen through the strap. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now pull the strap, feel the support, feel the muscles let go on the right leg. Lower down. Soften the right leg. Soften the left. Wiggle your left foot out just slightly so you've got a little more room and your left knee is a little farther away from your right. Take a breath. Keep your toes spread wide on your right foot. And as you exhale, think about pulling your heart towards your right toes, intensifying the stretch in the back of the right leg. Use your strap. Gentle grip with the hands, just enough so that strap doesn't slide through your fingers. Nothing more than that. Press up and relax the right leg. Switching sides, left leg. Strap goes across the center of your foot. Spread your toes on your left foot. One end of the strap in each hand. Push into the floor with your right foot. Engage your right leg. You can feel the strap pulling on your foot. You can feel your foot pushing into the strap. Now reach with the heel and lift up. Push your heel away, pull your toes towards you. Sitting tall, relax the shoulders, just enough strength in the hands so the strap doesn't slide through your fingers. Right foot still pushing down using the support of the right leg. Here we go, a little bit more. Lift the left leg a little higher. See if you can get your left leg in line with your right. Now keep that. Keep pushing with your heels, spreading your toes, and see if you can keep your leg floating at the same height, but releasing the strap just slightly. Not letting go. You're in control of the level of support that you have. Here we go for 4, 3. Keep it as high as you can. 2, 1. Re-engage with the strap. Oh, feel the muscles let go on the left leg. Slightly, and then lower down. Heel rests on the floor. Oh, you feel the softness come over the whole lower body. Wiggle your right foot out just slightly so there's room. Strap is taut, not slack. Toes spread on your left foot. Take a breath. And as you exhale, pull your heart towards your toes until you feel the deepening stretch in the back of the left leg. Breathe. Press up. And release the strap. Done with the strap. Place it all the way off to the side. Sit all the way back in your chair. Sit tall. Make sure your feet have support, that they're not swinging. Pull your shoulder blades behind you so you feel really open through the front of the body. Really relax through the shoulders, the jaw, the throat. And go ahead and close your eyes. Breathe. Now, keeping the backs of the shoulders connected to the support of the back of the chair, just slowly drop your chin down towards your chest, slow enough to feel the gradual stretch reaching from the base of your skull down both sides of your neck. And just roll your head slowly towards the right. Keep the left shoulder heavy. Both shoulders heavy. Really use your exhalation to exaggerate the heaviness through the arms and shoulders. So you're getting a deep stretch on the left side of your neck. Roll back to center. Head falling forward, really heavy. Now gently roll over towards your left shoulder. Soften your jaw. Let both shoulders drop down away from your ears with your breath out. And roll back to center. Head falling forward, really heavy. Deliberately soften through your jaw, part your teeth. Release your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. And gently tuck your chin towards your chest. Just increase the intensity of the stretch in the back of the neck as much as you choose to. Keeping the eyes closed, just lift your chin away from your chest. Get a sense that your ears are lined up right over top of your shoulders. Hands resting heavily on your thighs. Tune into your breath once again. Softness through the shoulders, the lower back. Feel the ebb and flow of your breath. Now use the exhalations to really release through the hips. Then the thighs. Your knees. Calves. Ankles. Soles of the feet. Feel softness all over the lower body. And let that overflow envelop the upper body until you're just one calm heap. Nothing but softness and breath. Bring some movement, just little movements at first to the fingers and toes. And slowly getting ready to come back. Opening and closing your hands. Some movement into the soles of the feet, your ankles, and your wrists. Arms at your sides, soles of the feet just heavy on the floor. Take a breath in, sweep out and up. Hands coming together. Let your hands float down, palm pressing to palm. Rest the hands right in front of heart center. Eyes still softly closed. Take a moment to be grateful. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be loved. May all beings be at peace. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.